In early May of 2024, we rode the Talca-Constitución Ramal buscarril, the last branch line buscarril operating in Chile. If you don't know what a buscarril is, the easiest explanation is they are a bus-train combination where the vehicle travels on railways but is powered by an engine and transmission system rather than electric or diesel-electric motive power. The Talca-Constitución Ramal, or branch line, operates between the main line rail in Talca, Chile, and the coastal city of Constitución. This rail line runs 88 kilometers, serving 11 stations in total. A one-way trip takes around 3 hours. We chose to take the trip from the coast end to Talca, so departure at Constitución was at 7:30 in the morning. Since May is autumn in Chile, the temperature was around 34 degrees and the fog was thick. This meant the viewing in the morning half of the trip was limited. But as you'll see later, the season allowed for some colorful vistas on the return trip in the afternoon. After crossing over the river Maule, just outside Constitución, the line follows the north bank of the river until joining the main line from Santiago to Chillán at Talca Station. At the midpoint of the line is the station of González Bastillas, where there is a siding to allow the trains from each end of the line to pass each other on the one railway system. The stop is around 10 to 15 minutes and allows a chance to stretch your legs and run into the village for a coffee and some pan amasado. After arriving at Talca Station at around 10:30 in the morning, we had until around 4:15 to spend in town before our departure for the return trip to Constitución. To be honest, there's not a lot of attractions in Talca, so maybe if you go, it would be better to start in Talca and arrive in Constitución for the day so that you could visit the beach and then return to Talca by the afternoon train. The primary function of the branch line, and the reason it remains in operation, is to connect the rural communities along the Maule River to the larger cities of Talca and Constitución. The Ramal provides reliable, inexpensive transportation for the people of these isolated towns. In fact, priority in ticket purchases is given to local residents. Leaving Talca, we passed through a variety of neighborhoods and surrounding towns before we entered the rural farmland and villages that are the treasures of the Maule Valley. this is where our choice to make this trip in autumn really made up for the cold, foggy morning. The area served by the buscarril is home to many vineyards and farms. And as we passed grapevines, fruit trees, nut trees, corn, pumpkins, and melons, the sights were gorgeous in fall colors. Our afternoon return trip to Constitución also gave us an opportunity for some great views of the Maule River and the small whistle stops along the line. Whether you're a rail fan or you just like to explore cultures, the Ramal provides great opportunities for a day of an excursion. Did you happen to see the chicken in the bag on the floor of the train? Our second stop of the day in Gonzales Bastillas, in order to let the trains pass each other again, was a good opportunity to explore the train a little bit and find out what the bathrooms look like. As the day began to wane and we realized there was more track behind us than in front of us, we were truly happy to have made this trip. The 12-hour investment was well worth it. If you find yourself in central Chile, consider riding the Ramal. In May 2024, the total cost was less than $15 US. Thanks for joining us on our little excursion. We hope that you enjoyed it even as little bit as much as we did.